Hey, what's going on, guys? Kieran from Fingers Crossed, and I said I'd make them short yesterday, so today will be another short one. We've got Castle Gren today. Simple as it's probably one of the most well-known Gren Marju. It's probably a lot of people say it's the best one. It is good. Castle is very good, very very good. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We're steadily getting more and more again, so people are enjoying the content. So I had a couple of people as well ask about my playmat. So my playmat is what I created myself. I was on a editing site. I made the playmat myself, and then I got someone to print it for me. If you guys want it, then I can have it made for you, and then try and get it as cheap as possible for you guys. If you want, just let me know in the comment section down below if you do. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump straight into the Castle Gren Marju. Cool. Okay guys, Castle Gren Marju, let's do it. So, as per 3 Gren Marju. Gains 400 attack and defense for every banished card. 2 babies in this version. 2 is enough. I don't think you need any more than that. Banish 5 or more cards from your hand, field, and or extra deck face down, and this card gains 100 attack for each face down banished card. So this is actually your opponent's face downs as well. So if you play against someone and they use Pot of Desires, unlucky. So Virtual World actually use Pot of Desires, so this actually is good against that. It's a decent one to use. Yeah, so 2 of those. Then more fuel for the Gren Marju and the Eater. Gizmek Orochi. So banish 8 cards, and then you can summon him. He's a constant recursion. I was playing online against one of my friends yesterday, and he was just saving the day. He was just annoying him. Just kept bringing him back, bringing him back. So he couldn't attack the game, and then I ended up winning. Also, the second effect is quite decent. If you banish on, because it's a quick effect, if you do it on their end phase, the banish 8 to summon, on your turn you can banish 3 cards from your extra deck face down, then target 1 face up monster on the field, destroy it. So unfortunately it does target, so you can't do it to Dragoon, but still there is a lot of cards you can still remove with that effect. Okay, then on to the danger package. So we've got the 3 Thunderbird, and we've got the 3 Bigfoot. So because I love Gren Marju so much, I upgraded and paid for the secret rares of these bad boys. So yeah, pretty good. Helps you to draw, helps you to break boards. I would play 3 Thunderbird now. I wouldn't have normally because there wasn't a lot of back row swift, got discarded. There was no plus to it, none. So now, with there being a fair bit of back row, it's a good one to use now. Like I said, like Virtual World use back row, so pretty good. Dogmatica, they use back row, so yeah, again, pretty good. And Bigfoot, the best one out of all the dangers, well, in this build, you can target, if this is discarded, you can target 1 monster and destroy it. 1 face up, well, 1 face up card? Yeah, 1 face up card your opponent controls. So again, it is good against Virtual World as well, because if they set the trap with the spell, I forget what names they are, then obviously you can pop that as well, because that trap can pop one of your cards. So yeah, and obviously these cards help you draw as well if you get the summon. Then of course, combo is an absolute terror to this deck. It does struggle against combo, so we've got the Nibiru in here to try and stun their plays and then try and OTK them the next turn. Dimensional Shifter, best card in the deck, 100% best card in the deck without a shadow of a doubt. Absolutely, just most of the time stops people's plays. Dinosaur stops their plays, Virtual World stops their plays. They cannot do anything. So yeah, it's a bit difficult at the moment, because do you want to, if you use it in standby phase, then you avoid TTT, but you can get gammed. If you use it in their main phase, after they've summoned, you avoid Gamma, but you can get TTT'd. So it's a little bit different. I think online, I would always do it standby phase. And then if you're playing in locals, I would do it main phase after they've summoned, because let's face it, TTT is an expensive card and a lot of people are not going to have it in real life. But of course online everyone's going to have that card. Then moving on, last couple of hand traps. Ash Blossom, quite generic, good against Dinosaur, good against Virtual World, which are two of the best decks at the moment, and it's quite generic. Can help against a lot of like the rogue decks that search or add or special. So two of those. I didn't realise I had two different arts, sorry about that. Okay, and then on to the main part of this deck, the castle build. So we've got Hextrude. Oh my days, this lovely lady is insane. So if I'll read the effect out, as these are the main ones that we're presenting in this build. If Golden Castle of Stromberg is in a field zone, or you can normal summon this card without Trumpeting. Once per turn, if Golden Castle of Stromberg is in the field, you can target one card on the field except this one, destroy it. And if you do, this card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn. When this card destroys a monster by battle, you can target one face-up monster you control. It gains 400 attack. So absolutely crazy, so good. I'm a big fan of these. Normally I do play like 2 to 3 of this one always if I play Grenmarju, because she's just, not only is she a level 8, that effect is just insane. You can pop her, because it's any card as well, it's not face down, not face up, any card. So you can pop a back row and then attack 2 of their monsters. So pretty good to help you clear the board. So we'll put her to one side. Then we've got 3 Glyph. Let's do it like this. So Glyph mostly is used as a terraforming, because obviously you can discard this card and then add 1 Golden Castle Storberg from your deck to your hand. So this is basically just a terraforming, but also if this is normal special summons, you can target one of your opponent's spell and trap cards, destroy it. So it is good back row removal also. So it's pretty good. They're both good removals. When you've got Castle on field, you can search either one. And obviously, Glyph is a wind. So if you play against dinosaurs and they barrier statue you, special summon this, then attack over the barrier statue, and then continue with how you want to go. So again, pretty good. And then the last part of the castle is the castle itself, and then obviously you want to get the castle as soon as possible. So we do have 1 terraforming in there also, because you want to see the castle as soon as possible, because not only does it banish 10 to help you fuel your Grenmarju in your standby phase, but again you can special summon a card that lists Golden Castle of Stromberg from your deck to your field. And then also, but you can't normal summon set, so it does conflict slightly with Grenmarju, but you want to be getting your rank 8 plays first anyways, and to go into Dragluvion and stuff. If you haven't got Grenmarju, you need to have a different win con. And also, once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy the attacking monster, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the attack of that monster they had on field. So a lot of people forget that. At the beginning, when I first started playing Grenmarju, I was forgetting that, and I lost a couple of duels when I should have won because they would have taken the damage. But there's a newbie rule, doesn't know what happens when you're new. Yeah, Golden Castle of Stormberg, such a good card, great field spell. I think I might be wrong, but I think it was Yishan McNabb that figured this out, and he's done a good job. Like this Golden Castle is just so good in Grenmarju. It complements it so well, and yeah, for the golden, like there obviously is, if you play Duel Links, there's another way to play Castle. There's like Princessa, Glass Slipper, Pumpkin. I might show you the guys that on Dueling Book. I'll put it together and then show you guys that also as another Golden Castle build. But this is the more common Golden Castle build. So I just wanted to show you that, guys, in this week. Then of course we are fueling our Grenmore. 3 Pot of Desires, absolutely unbelievable. Such a good card. Yeah, what more can you say? Pot of Desire is so good. It's so good that it's cheap now also. It's like £1 if you buy the rare version. But yeah, banish 10, draw 2. I don't mind even when people ash it, because I've banished 10. No, you've already made your Gren 4,000 attack. So what difference does it make? It doesn't matter. You want to break boards, so 2 Super Poly. It's not really the best it's been, I guess, but you do play Starving Venom, so if people Dragoon and Verte, you got it there. If you play against Invoke Dogmatica, they play, obviously they've got, most of them are lights, and then they have different types, so then you can go into Mud Dragon. And then there are of course things like, if you're playing Infernoble, there's things like Draco Esquita or something like that, which is a Dark Dragon and a level 5 or higher warrior monster. So that's Savage and Charles. And then also the last one is Intis. So Intis, not only is it good to send if someone Maximuses you, it's a good Super Poly target at the moment with Virtual World, because sometimes they end with Shen Shen and VFD. You Super Poly into Intis because it needs 1 XYZ and 1 Synchro. So Super Poly only at 2, not 3, because again it is effective but not all the time. We've got 1 Raigeki. Like, what more can you say? Just destroy the boards. Got 1 Called by the Grave, because yeah, it doesn't matter if you get ashed, but sometimes you do need the draw. Like sometimes you just need it. Like there's been times I've opened up a couple of Hex, and like you just need the 2 draws. So hopefully you get a Called by. Should be a one-off. Hopefully Konami, when they fix that in the ban list and put that back to at least 2, because yeah, I understand that like the combo decks like Dragon Link and stuff like that can play it and then go off even more, but also you can't defend against those decks. So yeah, so then more breaking boards. 1 Lightning Storm. I wouldn't play this at 3 because it's such a dead card if you draw it and you've got a monster. If you, well, even face up card. So it's such a dead card. So I wouldn't want to play it as more, but it is good obviously that you can choose to destroy front or back row. So yeah, 1 of those. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, because again, back row is like, it's starting to become more of a thing, so you just want to wipe it, get rid of it. And yeah, I actually draw this a lot more than I thought I would. Right, and the last 2 cards in the main, 2 Infinite Impermanence. So unfortunately that is a lot of hand traps. What's that? That's like a 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 hand traps. That's quite a lot. I am playing a 42 card deck, so still 31 cards left to play with, which I think's pretty good. Pretty good. Gren Marjorie fortunately doesn't need too much to be able to OTK. But yeah, so what more can you say about Infinite Impermanence? Such a good card. It's actually gone down in price, guys. So I remember this happened when Dual Overload came out. The price went down to like 15, 16 pounds, and then it went back up to 30 a little while ago. Because of gold, it's gone down to like 14, 15 pounds. So maybe it's worth picking some up. I know I'm going to pick up a couple. Yeah, I'm going to pick up a couple just in case. Right, moving on to our extra deck, guys. So it's pretty simple, the extra deck. I've played this deck a lot, so I know what I'll buy. Linkuriboh, just because like it's a good one, because Eater is a 1, and of course more I use this for when I get a token. I just want to get rid of that token, like dinosaurs, and they give that stupid token. You just want to get rid of it. So there's that. Anima, because sometimes it does come up. Some people will misplay and put their stuff in front of a zone, and if they've got no more negations on that, or they've used a marble bounce against Dragon Link before, they use their bounce, they use their Herald, and they use their Savage, and I was still able to keep going, and I just sucked up their Savage. So does come up. It is good. It is good. Nightmare Phoenix, just remove back row, takes 2. I don't really ever go into this. I don't really go into many links very much, but it is there as an option if you haven't drawn anything else. Got 1 Pentastag. Pentastag helps you do piercing damage, so you can create 2, put Grand Mardu underneath, attack into something and do piercing damage. That's pretty good. Then of course, now we're moving on into our XYZs, and the most common one, we've got these. So Draglubion. So Draglubion's effect, you're going to make him with the 2 level 8 monsters. Then his effect is you're going to detach 1 to special summon 2 number dragons, and then overlay 1 on the other. So if you're going first, you would go into Draglubion, because it can't be targeted also with card effects. So you go into Draglubion, you're then going to, if you're going first, you're going to make Hope to have a little bit of protection. If you're going second, and you've got the OTK possible, you go into Numeron, and then you're going to detach Hope, and then Numeron now is 9k attack. Like, that is insane. More than enough to OTK if you can get it, but you can only attack with Numeron. You can't overlay, detach, and then attack with both. It's only this dragon. So both really good. So that's Numeron's effect, and Hope is just when a spell card or effect is activated on field, quick effect, you can negate that effect, and if you do, attach that card to this card as material. So pretty good. And then obviously when an opponent declares an attack, you can detach 1 material from this card, change the attack target to this card. So yeah, that is the quite common package. Numeron is quite cheap now. It was like £10–11. Now it's like only a couple of pounds because of that Dragons of Legends. Draglubion's sitting at like £5. It's Hope that's expensive. Hope's like £8 to £10. So if you can pick it up, there's like £15 for those 3 cards. It is definitely worth it, 100%. But moving on, you got Dingirsu. So Dingirsu's pretty good. It just sends a card to grave on summon, which is pretty good. And then, or you can then attach the material if you really wanted. And then, of course, it protects stuff as well. You can detach when something's going to get destroyed, and it won't get destroyed. Yeah, so Dingirsu, good. Lancelot. So Lancelot is just a negation. So if you feel like next turn you're going to survive and you can go into Draglubion and OTK then, this is good for turn 1 if they've made you go first, just for a couple of negations. Or if you put in defense mode, they might just waste their attack to do it, and then you can try and OTK them next turn. But yeah, a couple of negations there. Number 68. So 68 is just neither player can special summon monsters from their graveyard. So it does conflict with Gizmek, but realistically you're going to be making this once with Gizmek, more likely. So there's that one. Then onto our Super Poly targets. We got 1 Starving Venom, 1 Mud Dragon of the Swamp, and 1 Elder Entity in Tis. So I did mention the Infernoble one recently, but yeah, I don't have Infernoble. Like, people are not really playing Infernoble that much at my locals, and hopefully they won't be when we play back. I'm sick of them ripping cards from hands. I don't like that shit. But yeah, Starving Venom takes 2 dark monsters. Swamp takes 2 monsters with the same attribute but different types, and then Elder and Tis, 1 Synchro, 1 XYZ monster. Both really good. All 3, sorry, really good. And yeah, like, we'll move on. The last 2 cards, I've left Elder Entity and Tis in there because I did say in another video, these will be in my deck while Invoked is a thing, 100%. It's just, it helps you get a free body. It does. So, they're going to Maximus you, you're going to send Nova, and then Tis. Nova's going to bring out Macabre. Now you've got negation. So you can either, if they do that turn 1, you can either slow down their plays or stop their plays, or it just gives you more protection the next game. And if you've got Gizmek in hand, it's a free negation. Because if they activate a monster effect, Macabre, send Gizmek to grave, Gizmek can summon itself anyways. So absolutely a free summon. It's crazy. Such a good card. Macabre is good. Nova is even better for helping you get a free Macabre if they Maximus you. And if you've got the space, I would play it, to be honest. Like, even if you just play these two, if you don't have the space for Intis, in your opinion, but I think these three go hand in hand. Absolutely insane. But guys, so that's it for another deck profile. Like, I know it's starting to get a lot. Like, I'm doing loads and loads and loads of deck profiles this week, one every single day. Castle is the most well-known one. Everyone knows what it is. Everyone knows what it does. Well, most people, sorry. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. And yeah, stay tuned. And tomorrow, I think tomorrow is Stun, if I remember correctly. So we'll be doing a Stun deck profile tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. I want to interact with you guys. I want to speak with you guys. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.